So apparently if you go back to the seclusion zone here where the boss for the swarm disaster is, you have these like bubbles, and I found this out throughout another stream that you have like these weird conversation bubbles which are story relevant or something. Like some are about the remains of like the bug thingy that is on Amphorius, and then we have also Lycus here, so I don't know why they kept this here. Nothing indicates to this. I'm confused. But we are watching it. Touch the memory bubble. Based on Madame Herta's account, that intelligent named Lycus has also been bathed in Noos's gaze. Having such an entity guarding Amphorius will likely make our plans extremely difficult to execute. Okay, that is weird. Why is that not voiced in the story? And this is the shit that happens if people are complaining that the story is too big. They are just sourcing out things that are like actually interesting for the story. Like the Herta part was so short, and now you are giving me information through this? Fear not, I've come prepared. We'll fight magic with magics and science with science. Sunday! Beating machine brain with machine brain. I appreciate Madame Herta's confidence in me, but before we delve into this discussion, there's something I must ask. Madame Herta, did you actually enter the world of Amphorius? Mr. Screwllum means that the Amphorius you entered, Madame Herta, might have been a cognitive barrier constructed by Lycus, similar to the power of harmony. Manipulating my cognition without my awareness, that might be beyond even an emanator of harmony. Screwy, are you saying the world I entered was just a firewall? Precisely, and I fear it wasn't a simple firewall at that. Oh, I think this is why I was confused that Screwllum was here. That is crazy. So this is actually before we have seen them in Amphorius. Amphorius uses space as its first barrier. For Madame Herta, crossing this barrier is child's play. However, the second barrier is time itself. That explains it. Madame Herta mentioned observing traces of the two nameless in the world of Amphorius, which appeared to be both residual memory and data materialization, which means that at various moments, Jenny and Danhang's paths have overlapped with Madame Herta's. On the bright side, this at least confirms that they landed safely and made some successful progress in their trailblaze. Okay. I don't know what this is about. Emperor Scepters. This is like something they talked about as well, that some of these like Emperor Scepters. So it was really the swarm disaster. I was afraid while I played through the story that I might be confused about the swarm disaster thingy and stuff like that. But this is actually like, oh, the propagation is here. In my long existence, I have certainly come across worlds that use space-time as barriers. Are any of you familiar with the Emperor's Scepter? Well, no. Why is Black Swan here all of a sudden? A colossal system among Emperor Rupert II's collection of scepters. Emperor Rupert, is that the second? I don't know if this was part of like the IPC war stuff. I can't remember. Operated by anti-life equations and created to simulate destruction scenarios for innumerable civilizations. Simulate destruction scenarios. Is that what Amphorius is? A simulation of destructional like scenarios? Even amid the scholar's strife, when other scepters were depleted of computing power, none dared employ such ungovernable erudition weapons. They were either sealed forever or cast into distant stellar abysses. So are you telling me this is supposed to be like the ultimate weapon? Where did you come across such a sinister artifact? While exploring the origins of inorganic life across distant border stars, I found one that had escaped detection. Even though its operator had perished in self-coronation, that scepter continued to function. Terrifying computational tide surged within it, yet not a single ripple escaped to the outside world. Wait, what? To protect its See, that's the stuff I don't understand. To protect its extrapolations from external disruption, the Emperor's Scepter secluded itself in a concave space and deliberately warped its internal time flow. The world inside the scepter gradually descended into madness after centuries of extrapolation. When I attempted to peer inside, I nearly had my logical components disrupted by those insane data entities. Isn't that insane? So you're telling me that this Emperor Scepter thing is the cause of like everything? Should the Emperor Scepter's extrapolations run amok, it might instigate another calamity driven by inorganic life. Consequently, I devoted 2 amber arrows to disable it from without. Deduction on Furious' actual identity might be a lost Emperor Scepter or similar erudition construct, while Lycus may be its operator or perhaps another Rupert hidden from the world. Wasn't Rupert the crazy guy? It's hard to imagine the madness within a scepter that has been extrapolating for over 100 amber eras. That is crazy. I didn't read what it said. To explore information inside the scepter, I once spent half an amber era creating a chronocognitive anchor. This is the gift I bring to you all. After implanting it into the Emperor's Scepter then, I secured a set of anchored temporal coordinates without compromising its shell. Even when a world's temporal flow is disordered, basic casualties remains inviolable. In the smallest computational increments, time's flow still follows discernible patterns. If the firewall Lycus created for Amphorius is similar to the Emperor's Scepter's self-defense mechanism, then the chronocognitive anchor should be effective against it as well, making it possible to detect it or what? The last time I was impressed was when we built a simulated universe together. You flatter me, Madame Herta. It's just a minor invention, not satisfying to use but serves its purpose. While I still have some questions, Mr. Screwllum's gift will surely help us reach Chenin Danhang. We have the temporal coordinates of those 2 brave nameless, and the chronocognitive anchor actually works on Amphorius. The first is easy. I've seen the residual memoria in the firewall, which work perfectly as reference points. As for the latter, well, there's only one way to find out. Oh, so this chronocognitive thingy anchor is helping them tracking us down. Okay. I'm just leaning in to read, okay? This is crazy. Not long ago, Foolish gaze swept across Amphorius, combined with the intel Madame Herta gathered on this journey. Amphorius might soon trigger the rage of a Lord Ravager. Inside? Lord Ravager Fantilia, we confronted her on the Xianzhou, and later gained some relevant information from her. I wonder if the destruction secretly brewing behind Amphorius comes from renowned overlords like Sephiroth, Selenova, and Iron Tomb, or from one still unknown to the world like Fantilia. Whichever one it is, when it erupts, countless lives will surely be lost. When you look at it that way, Amphorius might be a safety box. After all, 3 forces at the emanator level or even higher, if they were to come to blows, it would be far more explosive than Chadwick's bombs. If that's true, wouldn't Jenny and Danhang be in extreme danger in Amphorius? In any case, we must reach them somehow. Cloud computing resume. Okay, so those were all of these like bubble memories. I don't actually know if there is more, but I wanted to like sit down and read through them with you because I feel like this gives us a little bit more backstory to like what the Express and like Herta and Screwllum were like doing while we were in Amphorius, because I feel like it was a little bit sudden, and this was really short. This was like 11 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that without me talking. So it would have been fine to implement in the story, you know? So there is actually more. I was just here randomly exploring on my own, and I found some memories that I want to show you. We're starting with the first one, that is Hyacines, and then we are going through and I will show you. Like, there is one with Cipher and one with like Aglaea as well. So the first one is here. Make sure you go to the Evernight section, because at first I was like going through the Dawn section of the Eye of Twilight, and there is apparently nothing that you can find here. It is here at the Cloud Edge Bastion ruins. The Sky Fortress has crumbled, and molten golden spills across the ruins, spreading like webs. Hyacine struggles through the collapsing Eye of Twilight, finally arriving at the broken celestial mural. Lady Celiosa told me at the end that the authority of Sky had fused with Aquila's divine body, and both were molten into the celestial mural. Time is of the essence. There is no time to slowly extract Sky's authority. The quickest way is to insert myself into the mural, merge with Aquila, and support the Sky. So what she's basically doing is the same that Celiosa did. She is taking Celiosa's place and fuses herself with Titan to become the Titan. So I guess this is kind of like our confirmation that Hyacine is also like doing her duty and dying with like taking the position of Aquila. It's almost like the legendary tales of the Sky heroes, passed down through generations in the Twilight Courtyard, are coming true through me. It might sound painful, but in the end, I will surely be smiling even as a carving in the mural. Because I can heal the sky. Okay, so here is the next one. There is Cipher. And it's actually at the entrance, so you have to make sure this is all like Evernight. So you have to like teleport at the entrance, because that is where this memory is. 9, 10, 11. There are 12 Godspeed coins left. It should be enough if I'm only buying time for the little deliverer, right? Boss, are you really going to do this? You're absolutely sure? No takebacks? Huh, what's wrong? You scared? No, I'm just worried. You know, that fellow in black is ridiculously strong. Are you scared of death, Bartolos? Why are you asking this all of a sudden? Heh, it's nothing. I just want to tell you that I'm not. I'll simply reunite with Princess Homebody, that's all. So she's referring to Casterus, that's sweet. What's there to be scared of? What I'm afraid of is that my final moments won't be of any value to this world, just like my people. I feel the same way, boss. If I don't get to perform the greatest deception, trickery with you once, I won't be able to rest in peace. Ah, I knew you'd say that. Come on, just follow your plan. Just follow our plan. You have to stay with Big Sis Tribby and Trinan. Remember, you're merely a ladder now. Don't make any noise to scare them. I won't disappoint you, boss. Huh. Who would have thought that our final trick would be built on unconditional mutual trust? How exhilarating, Sagres. The cat who lived 1,000,000 lives. That is so sad. Okay, and here is the last one that I know of. This is also Evernight, all after we have finished the patch where like the fallen city and everything is just in ruins. So it is here on this teleport reverie bath. And there is Aglaea, probably her final moments. Aglaea, the demigod of romance, leader of the Crisis Heir, has burned her last golden radiance for the Flame Chase journey. What you now behold is merely an afterimage reproduced from memory. The golden thread had already foreseen your arrival when you were 100 steps away, dear guest. Esteemed Jenny, have you come to rest? Please evaluate yourself. The fragment of memory seems to waver. Memories of words once spoken blend together due to the emotion they contain. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans, from my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. I hope my departure will form step that others may ascend. Finon will not disappoint you. You've already done enough. We will witness the Era Nova for you. Oh, she's saying nothing. The shadow of the memory remains silent, for this conversation never truly occurred. Wait, can I have multiple answers? What if I say like Finon? He is the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius' future. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle he will create. Okay. I'm just trying to see. You've already done enough. Have I? Maybe I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. Okay, so that was everything I know of. I just wanted to show you that there is more. Maybe you don't want to go around and find them, so you have at least seen that this is happening, like the whole Emperor's Scepter stuff and everything that is quite interesting. And there are always like these memory fragments. But yeah, back to the original outro, guys. That's just for the info stuff. If you want to see more Honkai, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!